Hey, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and today I'm here with a special edition of the classic L.R Baggs Para Acoustic DI Preamp. L.R Baggs is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, and to mark the occasion, one of the things that they're doing this year is they've come out with this gold-covered version of their Para Acoustic DI. It's the same exact box as the classic brown version of this that we're used to, but I do think it looks great, and it gives me a great reason to kind of reintroduce what I consider to be one of the most classic pieces of amplification equipment that's been on the market. The Para Acoustic DI has been around for more than 20 years, probably about half of the company's life, really. And I've used these for almost that long. I think I'm on my third one of these. One got stolen, I think one got lost. And they are just a great piece of equipment that really allows you to fine-tune your sound, kind of match different pickup outputs with different input options, whether you're going out with a 1/4 inch to an amp or balanced output to the PA with the XLR, or both, which is something I often do, take an XLR out to the PA and a 1/4 inch to my amp. It has an effects loop built in that you can use with a TRS cable to insert your effects right into the unit. Standard 1/4 inch input. It has a phase inverter, which can really be a very helpful tool in many amplification situations, and I'll show you what that sounds like in a little bit. Most importantly, you have a very effective EQ on this unit, and this is really the main reason why I really prefer to be on stage with Para DI than without a Para DI. Is we have low bass, we have a notch filter that is super effective for fighting feedback, and the tunable mids, for me personally, are really the sort of magic with this box. You can really dial out frequencies in your guitar sound, in your pickup sound, or adjust to different rooms. It's just super versatile to really fine-tune your sound. We also have a presence and a treble control here, EQ, which are sort of two different ways to deal with your high end. Of course, we have a volume and then the tunable controls for both the notch filter and the mid control. The unit is powered by a 9-volt battery here in the end, or you can use phantom power with these boxes, and that is really the way I most often use it. I just have the board give me phantom power for these. As I mentioned, this particular unit is gold colored. It's a limited edition, and there's a little 50-year logo on this unit as well. So if you've been in the market for a great preamp, and maybe you've already been looking at the Para Acoustic DI, you might as well try to get one of these gold ones and make it something special that is probably even going to be collectible down the road. Let me plug back in and kind of give you the very basics of how you might use this tool. Okay, so I'm here with my Lowden O10, which has the L.R Baggs Anthem SL pickup system built into it. I'm running through an AER Compact 6 amplifier, micing it with a Ear Trumpet Labs Edwina microphone. And right now I am completely flat on both the amp and the unit, and this is the sound I'm getting here. Really quite nice, and I have to say that a lot of times I will run this guitar completely flat with this setup in many situations. However, I might want to take out just a little tiny bit of these lows here. Maybe I'll add a little bit of highs. And really, like I said earlier, the mid control for me is the most powerful part of this. And the way I tend to use it, which is a great way to use parametric or semi-parametric mids, is I will crank it all the way up, and I will go through the frequencies, and I will kind of find a note that that bugs me the most. And often I kind of find that the open G string is a good way to kind of start with. This to me sounds sort of the most nasally honky. So what I will do now is I will just dial that out a bit more. And voila. and now I have a very nice natural sound right here. Again, I could adjust that further. Perhaps if I wanted a little bit more bite in the mids, I could also use that to dial it in. But the important thing to remember is that these two controls, the mid control and the frequency selector of this, really work in tandem. Using just one of them won't give you any real predictable results, but working them together, as I was doing before, can really be a super powerful tool to shape your sound. And the other controls work much simpler. It's really a matter of adding or subtracting. So if I wanted more bass or subtract bass, in this case, the Anthem sounds a little bit dark in this guitar, so I often find that I will take out a little bit of lows here. Same with the presence. The presence, which really kind of controls the ultra highs and the treble. Sometimes I will just take a little bit of treble out to make the top strings a little bit less biting, but sometimes with some guitars it's also nice to add a little bit in there to get a little bit more punch and presence in there. The notch filter, I'm gonna just say that it's super effective. It's difficult to demonstrate feedback here in the studio setting, but it's been a godsend for me in many situations where, without having the preamp, if the monitors are really loud or even the mains can be really loud, or an amp, being able to do something and notch out that feedback frequency can be just super helpful. Same can be said about the phase control. And really the way to do it is you just try two different ways. You try both settings at soundcheck. In this case, one will almost always sound better than the other, and that's the one you use. That is really all the functionality that is built into this unit. You have a gain control over here next to the input that you can use to control the input gain. So depending on whether your pickup is active or passive, that would be the way to fine-tune that. And that is very useful. And of course you have the output volume here. And one nice thing about this box is that the output volume controls both the 1/4 inch output and the XLR output, and that allows you just a lot of control over really the sound that you hear. Sometimes if you're playing through a PA where you're also doing the sound, there's no sound person running it for you, being able to control the XLR output is a very, very useful thing. So really a great box. It fits into most guitar cases, and there's a good reason why it's such a classic piece of gear that's really been around for well over 20 years now. And it's a great way to celebrate L.R Baggs' 50th anniversary. I'd like to congratulate Lloyd Baggs and his team on that accomplishment. And it's a lovely tribute to see this gold-colored parody eye out in the world. My name is Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation. I hope you've enjoyed this little run-through of this sort of legacy piece of amplification gear. If you're seeing this on YouTube, please come over to pegheadnation.com for not just our gear demos, but for our more than 70 courses for guitars and other stringed instruments. We'd love to welcome you there. It's pegheadnation.com. Again, my name is Teja Gerken.